100 left to go. Roman Thunder's finding plenty, sticks his head out and wins it. Roman Thunder beat the Big Hearted ahead. 2 lengths away third. Caveat Emptor grabbing it just in advance of Cyanidin, Casenta and Outback Zach. And they were followed closely in the field by Macedon Boy and then Coaldale, Delago Blitz, and next in was Lagoon, Wood Indeed, Go Ruby Go. Garner is almost distance and a bad last. Tara Pello. Roman Thunder has taken out the race. Vlad Durick using some incentive. He took the horse to the front when there was absolutely no pace in the race at all. Dictated from the front. He got involved in a real battle with the Big Hearted, who, to my eye, just wilted on his run. And Roman Thunder's been able to come back and outstay him in the last little bit of the race. He's obviously a horse with immense potential. He's only had 3 outings and he's ended up winning a Class 5 at just his 3rd start. He won at Cranbourne, went straight into town where he was in the market, beaten 5 lengths. He stayed in the worst part of the track that day. That wasn't going to happen this afternoon. Vlad Durick plotted a course well away from the rail, a long way before the home turn. And they've come up the middle of the track, and that's probably a trend we're going to see a little bit more of throughout the rest of the carnival, one would think. They were tipping it might have happened earlier today, but we saw one get right through on the rails and win, and now it has happened as we get into the latter part of the program. Official placings 8, 13 and 2. The 4th in number 12, Outback Zach, who's battled very strongly, and 5th home went to number 10, Cyanidin. 8, 13, 2, 12 and then 10. Those horses that stayed on the inside ended up not really finishing their race off in that particular encounter. Now Roman Thunder blinkers off today, an important gear change for him. Paid $6.70 the win, $2.30 the place. The Big Hearted $1.90, Caveat Emptor $1.60. $15.90 Quinella, the exacta $38.70, trifecta $124.70, running double $43.80. The winning margin was a short neck, 1 3/4 second and third. The time is 2:08.73, 2 minutes 8.73. First leg of the quaddie, and it's been taken.
We'll have a look at the head on here, and once again Roman Thunder, white colours, pink cap, the Big Hearted on its outside with the red cap, Caveat Emptor between them as we roll it, and there's the squeeze, and Caveat Emptor heads back towards the outside now and importantly hits the line okay in the closing stages. So the protest third against first and second, 8, 13, 2 and 12 across the line, a double protest at Warrnambool. We're going to take a break. Warwick Farm in 2 minutes. But once it got out, it did it very, very well. Let's head straight to Warrnambool. We're in the steward's room with Dale Smith, the rider of the 3rd horse.
Coming out, and I believe that, you know, what we've been beaten in margin, it's cost us from getting spat out the back and to get back in the momentum and get back into to hitting the line as well as he did. I think Michael Walker put the finishing stages on me where you can see where he's pulled off. Pulled to his outside rein to relieve, and by that stage the pressure had already been done.
Michael Walker, do you wish to question Dale Smith?
Yeah, when I came on your outside, what stage of the race, how horsewidth would you have been to Vlad's horse?
Probably on his, my head was on his hindquarters.
On his hindquarters, so are you a horsewidth outside him?
Outside.
And just coming into the corner, it looks like watching the film, was the initial movement from the inside?
I believe when you've gone around me that you've given me that first initial squeeze onto Vlad. No, I don't believe that Vlad's rolled as much as you have around that corner.
If the so-called squeeze that I find it hard to see, do you, when it did happen, were you still in between me and Vlad?
Yes.
Thank you.
Will you go ahead and make a submission, Michael?
So I believe, watching the film, me and Dale have made a movement forward to come outside Vlad's horse. Obviously Vlad's having a bit of trouble with the saddle slip. I don't believe at any point coming around the corner I have moved. I watched every angle of the tape because I was looking to protest against Winner. I've watched every angle of the tape. I don't see where I've rolled in up the straight. I don't see where I've rolled out until the movement from the Winner, which Vlad was on, caused me and shifted me to go over more ground coming outwards. I don't believe any stage of the straight I moved in.
Dale Smith, any questions of Michael Ward? Vlad Jurek, any questions of Dale Smith?
No, sir.
Will you go ahead and make a submission?
Quite clearly you can see the difficulty I've had on my horse with the saddle slipping, my horse wanting to hang. I felt that Dale Smith, I felt like his horse was under pressure well before straightening. He was struggling to make ground on my outside. You can clearly see that I've kept my horse as straight as possibly could. And I never felt like at any stage where I've come out and taken Dale's running, I felt that he was struggling to hold his ground just on straightening. And if anything, the outside horse of Michael Walker's may have shifted maybe half a horse and me come out maybe the same. But at that stage I felt like Dale Smith was losing ground, under hard riding, losing ground, and maybe the last bit, because of the difficulty I was having with Michael's horse shifting, and we may have came together and he might have, it looked on the film like he might have just had to grab hold, but I feel that he was losing ground at that stage. You can clearly see that I've been very restricted to what I can do to my horse on the finish, and I just feel like if my saddle hadn't shifted, I would have won quite easily. So.
Dale Smith, any questions of Vlad Jurek?
Yeah, you say that I was under extreme pressure before the corner. Is that right? Yes. Weren't you under the stick before I was? Did you give yours a backhand before the straight? All I'll say to that is I did that mainly because my horse was wanting to run off the track and I was trying to keep him going forward, keep him going straight. That's why I used that resort to try and help the horse around the corner. I believe it's... no, that's right.
Mr Nichols, any questions of either rider or submissions?
Yeah, just to Vlad Jurek, when on straightening, Vlad, you can see as you're searching for better ground, you're coming out across you can see the cut surface, and I think you've probably moved 2 or 3 horses from where you've come around the corner as you're looking for better ground, and obviously your saddle slipped, which is when you've inconvenienced us and stopped our momentum. And then so Michael's come in on us, obviously, and squeezed us out of it the last probably 150. So the interference has been sustained over almost a furlong, and I believe it's cost us considerable lengths.
Mr Moroney's representative.
Nothing to say.
Mr Wasey, any submission?
My only comment is, my only submission is that it's my view that we've been inconvenienced by the winner coming out and by the second horse coming in, and that's about all I can add.
Mr Smurden, any questions of any of the riders or submissions?
It's like to make a submission, sir. It seems to me that Dale Smith was riding his horse forward prior to the turn, which is why I want to have another look at the video there. He was under pressure. Whether he had any more, I couldn't say, but I don't believe he would let Walker get around him and get past him if he could have helped it. I don't think his horse could quicken good enough. His horse was there. It had to run if it was good enough. It was struggling to hold its ground, and there was movement from both horses were rolling about in the straight. When he's changed course and come to the outside, he's made no ground on the first 2 horses getting to the line. They've held their margin. If anything, I thought probably edged further marginally ahead of him, but I felt the horse had the run but wasn't going good enough to hold it.
Any questions from the steward? Now, I said the margin between the horses was a short neck by a length and 3/4. If you're all way outside, we'll consider each of the objections. Thank you.
Okay, so all involved leaving the stewards' room. They've all argued their case pretty well, and everybody certainly did want to get involved in that hearing, and it's a very interesting one. We'll find out very soon after this Ipswich race at Warwick Farm on the 4th, the first 4 with weight through 853 and 6, 259. A swag of hopes in this, with $10 for Shango's Image. Has a wonderful record at the track. Snapper Kane, $6.40. Wyndham Moreland Ghost Party around $13. Holding at $6.80. And as we head over, Prince Regal, $9.70. Cash Kai, Open the Till and Reuben, all given hopes And as we continue down, 7.90 for Grundy's Crossing and Decoding at around 50-1, with Dale Smith involved in this protest on the previous. The results shortly. In the meantime, let's concentrate on Ipswich.
Quarter the horse in the race. Gary, you're going down to the bottom for your tip.
Yes, I'm going for the 17 Grundy's Crossing. I've liked this horse from when I saw the fields. He's only got 52.5 on his back. He's drawn nicely in 2. He was a good first-up winner at Hamilton, and Barbara Marsh has got the horse looking terrific. The 4, Snapper Cane, he comes off a decent break, but gee, as Andrew Payne got this horse looking terrific in the mounting yard. I just cannot fault the horse. Should run very well. The 8, Holding, he's drawn out in 18, but Bill Mitchell's got the horse looking terrific. If he gets a little bit of luck, he could be hard to beat. And I thought the 13, Open the Till, Robert Smurden's runner, drawn lovely in 1. He'll get a lovely run. He likes to lead, and if he gets a cushy run, he'll be very hard to run down. You know, it's a very tough race. It's the new market of the bush, Andrew.
Okay, no doubt about that.
17, 4, 8 and 13.
17 on top, Grundy's Crossing. A little bit of value that's owed at about $10 there. We just briefly caught up with Michelle Payne, who had that terrible fall after the line on Vladivostok a couple of months ago. She's been to the doctors. She suffered some bruising of the brain, but we had a chat with her, and she's pretty hopeful that, you know, given probably a while, it's going to be a while, somewhere 6 to 12 months, that the doctors will allow her to ride again.
Yeah, well, that's right, Andrew, and I was talking to Michelle, and I had a fall here one time, and I damaged that part of the brain that controls your balance, and I was out for 3 months, and I said, oh, look, don't rush it, because if you do come back too soon, you have another fall, well, anything can happen. So
well, that's what the doctors have said to her. Don't come back. We're not going to let you do any media interviews, anything like that, until we know that you're right. And we'll just follow it. But at least she's here at the races with her brother Andrew, and I think things will certainly improve even better if Snapper Cane can win this race.
Oh, definitely. It was just such bad luck for her, because she was having such a wonderful run, and Gold Class, I think she won on at Stony Creek, and a few of the good horses. But she'll be back. That's
Michelle Payne in the update there. About to move in for the Wangoom.
OK, Andrew, thank you. Grundy's Crossing given a strong hope here, number 17, to be ridden by Dean Yendall. He caught up with Andrew before being legged aboard.
Well, Grundy's Crossing really does take the step up today into the...
By his second pick, and the third favourite probably won Shango's Image on course, trimming up, but there's plenty of other hopes in it. Grundy's Crossing amongst the bottom weights has had good support. Open the Till's been a bit easy. Field is nearly ready. Protest was dismissed, that double protest in the first leg of the quaddie, the previous on the card. And the numbers stood at 8, 13 and 2. This is the major sprint race of the Western District of Victoria. There's Windemall going into the field now, holding about set, and Decoding for Dale Smith is the one we need to move in. Open the Till, who loves to lead, drawn down on the inside. Pace will be right on. Here's Decoding coming up. Field just about ready. Big sprint race at Warrnambool. They're ready to run. $60,000 race. Set. Ready, racing in the Wangoom. Open the Till began well. Windemall and Ghost Party got away well, and so did Decoding. Boys Talk, Panorama Heights jump well as they settle into stride. Snapper Cane's driving up now, but Boys Talk shows plenty of dash, and after 200 finds the lead narrowly in front of Snapper Cane. Windemall third, travelling wide. 4 deep or 5 deep perhaps then is Decoding. Reuben pushing up, and they're followed closely in the field by Prince Regal. Then Open the Till on the inside about 7th or 8th. A length and a half Grundy's Crossing on the rails from Panorama Heights, and they're trailed then by Kashkai. Ghost Party wide. Holding is right off the track, followed by Shango's Image. Cotton on Flyer and Winning Spirit was last and checked off heels. Snapper Cane on the outside, put the head in front, coming around the turn from Boys Talk. Windemall is wider out, and then came Reuben running on. Open the Till and Grundy's Crossing, staying to the inside, are saving valuable ground, and Holding peels out wide as they swing around the turn now, and right up against the inside. Grundy's Crossing and Open the Till shoot 3 lengths in front from Holding coming down the outside. Snapper Cane's done with, and then came Kashkai. Grundy's Crossing on the inside, and out wide Holding, and Open the Till in the middle, but it's Holding hitting the lead wide on the course, and Holding gets up to win. Kashkai flashes home for second, Photo third. Shango's Image has done his best work late, and Grundy's Crossing are up there with Open the Till next. Then came Windemall. Ghost Party, Winning Spirit made some ground from last, and they were followed by Reuben, Panorama Heights and Prince Regal. Further back is is decoding Cotton on Fly towards the end. Snapper Cane Carve right up and ran near the end in company with Boys Talk. He was never on the track, and that's certainly where the better ground was. He's come right up the middle of the course, Holding, ridden by Stephen Baster, to take out the Chittix Bakery Wangoom handicap. Number 8, Holding, will pay $6.60 and $2.50. Minor placing going to number 12, I think we had. So we wait the numbers to come through. Yes, 12 is second, Cash Guy, and Grundy's Crossing has just held the third on the inside. 8, 12 and 17. Fourth in went to number 13. Open the till. And fifth, Shango's Image, who's come from a long way back in the field. Official placings 8, 12 and 17. Holding, winning for the first time in his career at the 1200 metres, but he's always been a horse who's got back, and he is possessed of a terrific finishing run. He got the conditions that he loves. He's never been out of the money on rain-affected ground, and he's been in scintillating form, really, winning at Moonee Valley after getting badly pocketed 2 runs ago, and then he worked home very strongly behind Choreograph, who was given a dream run at his last start.
Greg, thank you. 8, 12 and 17. It's 7th win from 20, Holding, for the smiling jockey, Steve Baster. Let's head to Balaclava, race number 5. We'll head back to Andrew with the aftermath. Now, the dividends through at Warrnambool. I've given you those 2 thumping dividends for first fours, 8, 12, 17. The trifecta super tab, $2,235. In the words of Billy Mitchell, he slaughtered it, but we got away with it. As we head to Narrogin for race number 1. Eric Musgrove, 3 winners for the carnival. He needs 1 more to take away a Merc, defeating 4 Top Carla and 9 Trafalgar Flyer. And race number 6, the Wangoom, the feature sprint race of the carnival, taken by the 8 Holding, defeating 12 Kashkai and 17 Grundy's Crossing. 8, 12 and 17. Still 2 minutes off a start. Race number 7. We'll be heading to Andrew shortly. Miracle Queen continues to firm into 3:30. Just standing by for Gary Willits as well. We've got a delay with weight Ipswich, take note. A delay with weight at Ipswich. Dance for Glory taking the race. They got tight over the line.
In the race has been 12 Miracle Queen. 350 on the tote. A bit better than that on track, and it's trimmed up. Kingdom of Stars, who opened favourite, has got out to be the second pick now. Beatty, the third favourite. The flag is flying. Hasn't been finishing its races off, but the blinkers off today might be an advantage. Now Beatty to move up into the stalls. At 6 starts, won 3, been second in the other 3. Query is the wet ground today. Been tracking pretty wide. King Tory moves in. Middle of the track, obviously the better part of the track now. So we need I think they are all in. Yep, they are, and they're off. And they're off and racing. And Miracle Queen in the middle of the line jumped away okay. Kingdom of Stars and King Tory get out well. Beatty is up there. And My Boy Elby is poking up along the inside to find the lead in the early part at the 1200. And My Boy Elby now joined and headed again by, on the outside, Kingdom of Stars and Tatakatsu with the rail. Beatty getting a nice trail in 4th placing, followed by King Tory, St Menangatang, 1 Miracle Queen. They were followed at the 1,000-metre mark then by the Flag is Flying, ridden away from the pace today. In behind those horses as they went down the back on Plein Air, trailed by Oda and Humdinger Ridge as last of all at the 800 metres. And Kingdom of Stars is staying a long way away from the fence and has the lead by about 2 lengths here from Tatakatsu and My Boy Elby. A length and a half further back in the field is Beatty. A length to King Tory, followed St Menangatang, Miracle Queen on Plein Air. About a half length further back is now taking off as the Flag is Flying, followed by Humdinger Ridge and Oda. The toppy's the leader. Kingdom of Stars in front around the turn from Beatty, going up to second. Tatakatsu stays near the inside. It'll save ground but needs to come wide. Miracle Queen and the Flag is Flying are coming deep, and Humdinger Ridge is the very widest runner. Kingdom of Stars is the leader, has done it all from the start. Here comes Miracle Queen. She's starting to lengthen, and then came Beatty. It's Kingdom of Stars in front. Miracle Queen is the only danger. Kingdom of Stars under the whip, fighting on strongly and goes all the way. Kingdom of Stars beats Miracle Queen by a length. Third third is Beatty, 2 lengths away, and they were followed Humdinger Ridge. The flag is flying. Oda made some late ground, and then Tatakatsu, St. Menengatang, King Tory, My Boy Elby, and On Plein Air is last of all. Kingdom of Stars is the winner, ridden by Nashville with for Tony McAvoy. Pays $3.90 and $1.60. Miracle Queen coming from the back will get second at $1.60, and number 4 will be third Beatty to return $1.90. All the way Kingdom of Stars, unbeaten in 3 outings in this preparation, absolutely flying. And from an outside barrier which all of a sudden became an advantage rather than a disadvantage, up to 58.5 kilos, has done the job in great style indeed. Just kept on running. The challenge came halfway up the straight, but he responded and produced the goods required on the day to make it 3 out of 3. Trained by Tony McAvoy, ridden by Nashville Willa, their first win for the carnival. Miracle Queen in second place, Vlad Durick and Robert Smurden, and Beatty running third, Dale Smith and Bill Mitchell. They certainly tried Miracle Queen and ridden away from the speed. She ran on hard, but just found the winner too good on the day. $3.90 and $1.60 for the winner, $1.60 second, $1.90 third. Quinella at $6.40, Exact at $12.80, Trifecta $39.90, and the running double paid $24.30 on 8 and 1. Margin's not through as yet, nor the 4th place getter. In fact, it's a dead heat for 4th between numbers 5 and 6. 5 and 6 Humdinger Ridge.
12, 4 and 5, $207, and 1, 12, 4 and 6, $61.60. Leg Iron $6.30, Antiquity at $17, Nasrallah Prince $7, Fallen Hero $4.20. And heading over the page, Will Strike at $8.60 and Talapia $9.50. So that race in 8s, and the tips are 3, 7, 11 and 6, 5, 14 and 15, the withdrawals. Now they're in the yard at Warrnambool for race number 8. This is a class 3 over 1,000. The scratchings 1, 2, 8, 11, 16, 18 and 19. Blinkers on the 4, tongue tie on the 6. Market, Star of Snippets with the tongue tie, $4.20. And Luke Curry is in the saddle. We're about to have a look at the runners in the yard. Ballet Ami is number 3. Actually, at this point in time, Rod Fuller is about to step into the chair. He'll be taking you through the greyhounds and the harness. We're trying to figure out how to say the name of the 9. Hello, Rod, by the way.
Matt, good afternoon to you, and hello, everyone. Primogeniture.
That's the one. You're too good for me.
But having said that, I failed metalwork, so I'm not much of a help, really.
You're good at woodwork, though,
anyway,
weren't you?
You've got 4 more minutes left,
yes.
So you be good.
Yes, no, I can't get away with that. I've still got to work here. Ballet Ami, number 3, $10 and $3. Resuming from a spell here, and it is from the Theodore Camp at Cranbourne. Rowan Weymouth takes the ride. So it's got a chance in it. We're looking at the 4.
Now they're moving up for the next event. This is the time-honoured Kempsey Cup, and a race in particular that has had a lot of interest over a long, long period of time, been won by some terrific horses, and I know was very much the baby of guys like Ken Howard and also John Tapp. Anyway, they're moving forward as we head now to Damien Seaton for the call of the Kempsey Cup.
As Rod Fullis joins us on our pay service. Thank you, Rod. Good race. Nasrallah Prince favourite. The 3-year-old, the up-and-comer Fallen Hero's given a good chance. Now they're all in. The Akubra Cup, Kempsey Cup for 2004 about to get underway. Lights on. Set to go. 1450 the journey. Off and racing, off in the cup they go. Classic Frontier began well, so did Planet Lover. Antiquity shows some speed in the early part of the race, and Telapia not far away. There's Leg Irons going forward now. Destino's Diamond and McNamara not too far away on settling down. Nasrallah Prince is in the second half of the field, has Fallen Hero on its outsider. Glenrock David's got back today from Will Strike, and last of all in the field was Parasang. They've travelled 300 and Leg Irons took over in the cup, passing the 1,000 metre mark, led by Nectar. Destino's Diamond racing second. second. Antiquity third, the outside from Classic Frontier. And then on the outside of those came McNamara. A length and a half away was Glenrock David, who now goes forward. Telepier the inside from Planet Lover. Nasrallah Prince has three behind it. They are Fallen Hero Will Strike. And back at the tail now was Para Sang as they work along the side of the track at the 600 metre mark. And now going to the field now was Antiquity. So Antiquity goes forward and leads the way. Leg Iron second, the inside. Destino's Diamond next. Classic Frontiers hard ridden. Then further back in the field came McNamara. Telepiers held up between runners. Glenrock David. Nasrallah Prince stays close to the friends from Will Strike. And last of all, or getting well back, was Parasang as they turn. Antiquity got to the front in the cup and shot clear. It's out by two. Classic Frontier doing the chasing in second from Leg Irons. The rest I don't think can win. Just in front was Antiquity. The outside Classic Frontiers running on and running on quickly. Parasang. Parasang's coming out after Antiquity. They hit it. Antiquity's cup, I'd say, beat Parasang. Nasrallah Prince, I'd say, third. Close up there was Leg Irons and also Classic Frontier. Will Strike made some ground. Behind those, Planet Lover. Fallen Hero didn't run on today. Destino's Diamond next with McNamara, Glenrock David, and one of the last home here was Telepier. Stand by for numbers after the completion of the Cup. 126.27. 126.27 in a terrific finish. They were right across the track over the last 150 or so. Antiquity, who shot away one straightening for the run to the judge, and Parasang late. Antiquity was shortening stride. Parasang dived on the line. It's pretty close between the pair, Antiquity and also Parasang. Nasrallah Prince is close up in that photo for third. 126.27. They're outside the record of 125.54 and the track record of 125.48. Stand by for numbers. In a terrific finish to the Cup, as we stand by for the placings to be posted after the running of race 7 of the day. Very good finish. Last of the day. Take out in under there number 4 Matt Paget rides number 10 Celeria. Still no numbers here, so it's obviously very close indeed between Antiquity the inside, who hangs on. Number 2 Antiquity the winner. Number 12 Parasang second. 3 Nasrallah Prince is wound up third. Number 2 Antiquity. Nathan Thomas for Karen Callahan at Taree is by Attalak from Moss Dancer, owned by DW, along with Miss K.A. Callahan, Miss J.A. Baker and also B.J. Barnes. Nathan Thomas the winning rider. Great to see Nathan taking a feature out. Number 12 Parasang, Joey Galea second for Graham Hoyt Warhope by Dolphin Street. Has gone down only by a short head.
So, Antiquity taking out the Akubra Kempsey Cup, $29.90 and $7. Young Nathan Thomas over Parasang, and Nasrallah Prince running third. Up they come for the next event from Warrnambool. This is the Class 3 over the 1,000 metres. Correct weight the previous at Ipswich on 6.4.10. First 4 on Unitab, 6.4.10.1, 9,157.60. Treble 6.5 and 6, 216.60. 10 minutes away, race 7 Balaclava. Ratings on the screen. It's the open handicap over the 1,200 metres. And the main ones here, Aptigo number 4 at $9.60. 6 Ottobello at $4.50. A Dancing Image is at $18. Of the others, Upmarket Star at $9.20. He's All Class at $8.80. And Pops Tourist the 14, $9.20. Hilton in race 7 goes 4 Aptigo to beat 8, 2 and 1. 4, 8, 2 and 1. They're close to a start for the 8th event from Warrnambool. The favourite way, it's a tricky event. Star of Snippets at $4.70, but 10 Twisted Times for Stephen Baster is the favourite at $4.20. Time to head back to Warrnambool and join Greg Miles.
Tracker. And thank you to Rod as well. We're just about right to go for the 8th on the card. Matt Jones to call the last for us.